there are many people in this world who had great achievements just merely by having a habit of book reading. So I strongly recommend my students that uh, we today have resources like videos, and we have many other things to learn, but book reading will never go out of fashion, because when we read a book, we are immersed in the entire world of the writer, and it requires a lot of focus. It gives us the power of concentration, it improves our vocabulary, and it also help us to imagine things, because when you are seeing a film, nothing is left to imagination, you are seeing exactly what's happening. But when you are reading a book, everything has to be imagined, and therefore it actually affects many areas of your brain. It gives the brain exercise so that your brain uh, becomes agile. You know, there has studies which says that a person who's avid reader doesn't face diseases like Alzheimer when he grows old. His brain doesn't grow old as much as his body does if you have a habit of reading. And more so, I think that what a book can convey, a film cannot convey, because we have seen many instances where when the films are made of the book, like Gone with the Wind or Airport or Hotel, uh, people have found the books much more fascinating than the film. The reason is that you can't convey many things like what a person is thinking through a film, which you can actually do it through a book. So book is more versatile, it has got more communication power than a film has. So therefore book reading will never get out of fashion. Book will always remain relevant, and the more books is made available to people, the more will their habit develop, because sometimes we don't read books because an interesting book is not available, or it's not affordable, or it is not it's out of print or something like that. But if we, and in Calcutta particularly, I thought that each one of us has books in the house which we are not reading, which we have read already. It's like a piece of furniture. So if we bring all those books from our house which are presently not used on the street and make it available to people who would like to read them, and if all of us brings, then we'll also get some new books to read. We really don't have to spend money, and the others will read our books which are presently not in use, and our space in the house, which is again is very expensive in Calcutta city, will get empty. You can keep something else. I mean, you can put some new books which you would like to read instead of books which you have already read or which you are not currently using. So the idea of street library was recycling these books which are there in each one of us our houses, and let everybody exchange books, and such street libraries are now becoming a place of meeting for the book lovers. They exchange ideas, they exchange the names of the books which has fascinated them, and so they are also becoming a place where book lovers can come, congregate, meet, discuss, exchange ideas and exchange books. The idea came when I was traveling in Australia, and I found that there were very tiny street libraries everywhere. It was on the beach, it was outside a restaurant, there was also on the coffee shop, it was on the pavement, it was outside the railway station, it was on the bus stop. The idea really clicked on my mind because I'm an avid book lover, and you find that you have friends everywhere. When you are sitting on a beach and you feel like reading a book, and the book is available. So I thought this idea should be implemented in an Indian city which is called the book lover city. Calcutta is considered to be having the highest number of book lovers in the country, and when we have a book Mela or Boi Mela or a book fair, we have the largest number of people visiting in our book fair. I don't think anywhere in the world so many people visit a book fair. And books, I personally feel, is the best way of acquiring knowledge. Our own lifetime is not long enough to learn everything from our own experiences, and the best way to learn from other people's experiences is to read their books. You can imagine that the whole life times experience and the learning, people put it in a book, when they are writing one book. I give you an example. We consider Warren Buffett as one of the richest men on this planet, and there are people who are willing to pay almost $2.5 to $3 million to spend 2.5 hours or 3 hours with Warren Buffett, just because they want to learn from Warren Buffett how to invest intelligently in the stock market. Now, Warren Buffett himself learned everything about stock investment from the book of his guru Benjamin Graham, the book called An Intelligent Investor. Now, what people are willing to pay to learn is available in a book. I mean, more than that is available in a book which is available for 600 rupees in India. And still people don't read books, and they still want to pay $2.5 million to get a fraction of that knowledge from Mr. Warren Buffett. There are many, many examples. Mr. Elon Musk is a self-taught space scientist. He has invented a recyclable spacecraft which can be reused. This is one technology which even NASA doesn't have, and NASA wants to buy this from Mr. Elon Musk. And Elon Musk acquired this entire knowledge, and he was able to do this discovery by reading books. I mean, he's a self-taught man. People have enjoyed reading books, and people constantly come. And when we started many book libraries, we found that there were also few people who wanted to donate books instead of only taking books. So there are already willingness in the people to bring books to the street libraries and put it there. So I think all the 11 book street libraries which we have started are doing extremely well, and we really don't have to send books from here. The books are coming from the users, and they are getting recycled, and people are sending us requests of what kind of books they are wanting, and to whatever extent possible we are arranging those books and we are putting it there.